Augustine just wants to wish all of my viewers a happy October. Hey guys, it's Jag. Welcome back to the arcade. Let's get back to just another game, Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. Go away. We've already seen that. And that's a lot less startling when you actually see it happen. I was organizing my videos and I saw the screen swap in the background like, oh. So it's definitely a go to sleep effect. Now, last time we finished up Roberto's chapter, and now we hear dirt in this area. Let's examine it. Should we try to survey the area? Well, we're hideously unqualified and we've never done it before, but why not? An unseen force guides Alex's hand towards the painting, compelling her to look behind it. She reaches out and pulls back the painting and discovers a chapter page hidden behind it. Should we retrieve it? Well, we can't progress in the game if we don't. A sense of familiarity overcomes her, and as the chapter page comes to her fingers, so does the realization that Roberto's spirit is aiding her. We have found the chapter page, A War to End All Wars.
The Black Guardian grows restless, my liege. Its hunger increases, and the binding continues to weaken. We feed it flesh, but I fear it will not guard the relic too much longer.
There is no choice in the matter. It must remain and guard the artifact until the time of planetary alignment. After that, the Guardian may return to its lair. Our master does not like failure. It is imperative to keep the binding intact.
Then we have to find more flesh and bone.
That's always seemed like an awkward conversation to me. We need to find more flesh and bone. Yeah, okay, whatever. Go away. Maybe he's just socially awkward. Alright, let's use the chapter page, A War to End All Wars, Chapter 9.
The War to End All Wars redefined how mankind looked at war and the value of human life. Over 19,000 men lost their lives every day in the trenches of the Somme. Some say uselessly, some invoke a higher cause. I read accounts of the slaughter from many journalists who spent time in the trenches, but I found the account of a certain Peter Jacob to be the most horrible of all. His implication about the ancients' involvement with the war was hideous and so obvious. With the horror of the Battle of the Somme scant miles away and the distant echoes of pounding artillery, a young journalist named Peter Jacob researched his latest story from the front lines. His grim task brought him to Oublier Cathedral, now transformed into a field hospital.
I find no solace in the purpose behind all the senseless violence that surrounds me. Young men die at a rate unheard of in centuries of warfare. Shelling, machine guns, and mustard gas rip, pierce, and burn your flesh. Men soak gauze in their own urine to stop the insidious gas. The hospitals here cannot cope with the torrent of wounded.
Welcome to World War I. And Peter Jacob. I think he's Peter Jacob? Whatever. We'll find out later. Let's see what he comes with. He's got a pretty good amount of sanity, a lot of magic, low health, and he has a lucky penny. What does this do? An old coin marked in a peculiar manner. It has held sentimental value for someone. Whoever holds the penny will undoubtedly receive good fortune. Okay, so it doesn't do anything. We have our flash pan, and flash powder. Let's take a look around. Oh, this is a glowy right off the bat. A soldier's letter lies on the table waiting to be sent home. It will never make it because we're going to steal it and run away. Let's invade his privacy. First letter from Private Reginald Jackson to his love Margaret. I was admitted to this hospital on Tuesday. The damage caused to my legs was slight, but there is no way that I could ever walk normally again. I hate this place. Every day I am reminded that I will never be able to do the things I love. This hospital is a very strange place. Converted from an old cathedral, there is an odd atmosphere around it. Silent, but for the words of the wounded calling out in the night. There is no doubt it is haunted. What I find most odd in this place is that you never see anyone leave during the day. It's not right. No goodbyes or farewells, just an empty bed when you wake. That's ominous. Let's leave. No goodbyes or farewells. Let's just run away. What are you guarding? The guard shifts about, obviously bored with his duty and awaiting a replacement, or perhaps a call to arms. With the war being so close, a curfew has been imposed. Traveling outside the hospital is not a safe thing to do, since intruders will likely be shot on sight. Peter decides to remain inside. Peter Jacobson. Good enough. That's his name. We'll at least call him Peter. And if you notice, there's a running theme with this cathedral is all of the heroes here, I believe, have been named after apostles. Stacked deeply on the landing, crates of medical supplies await use. Syrettes of morphine, bandages, tourniquets, antiseptics. The list goes on and on. Can we steal some of the morphine? I would like to steal morphine, please. I would like to talk to the sexy nurse, but apparently that's not going to happen because she's avoiding me entirely. With a motherly voice, the nurse advises that Peter gets some rest. Alright, we'll get some rest immediately. By not resting at all. Are those supplies or corpses? I think those are supplies. Another soldier's letter. Let's read it. Surely there's no personal information that should only be read by the appropriate recipient. Second letter from Private Reginald Jackson to his love Margaret. I've been here for over a week now, and there is no word when I will be allowed to leave. Strange things have happened. At night, the sounds of the hospital change. Echoes of voices that don't belong to anyone haunt the walls and corridors. The restless ghosts, perhaps, or sounds of movement, or whispers. I have seen war firsthand, and the sounds at night in this hospital scare me more than I ever thought possible. What is going on here at night? Why do I feel so threatened? My fears are worsened by the talk of the other young soldiers. One said he has heard cries for help in the middle of the night, cries that were only answered by snarls of rage and not compassion. Another said Lance Corporal Haskell has not been discharged, but has gone missing. I stare at his empty bed with a sense of unholy dread gnawing at my heart. Also, did he pee on this letter? It's stained. Whatever. What's up here? Ooh, let's ring the bell. I want to ring the bell. I want to ring the bell. Oh, can't ring the bell. Can't disturb the peace. Can't annoy everybody. What's the point of having a bell if you can't annoy everybody with it? So that was just mostly for flavor text at this point, which is not a bad thing. Always good to look around. Nurse, if you move suddenly like that, I'm gonna kill you. Okay. Can't go any further that way. Let's explore towards the altar. Why can't anybody I've played with run for more than 30 seconds? What's this? Nothing I can examine. The cathedral's tabernacle is fashioned from aged varnished mahogany. Its doors are closed and there doesn't appear to be any way of opening it manually. Ooh. Can I play the organ now and open it? Maybe I get... Ooh, there's something here. Peter finds a sealed envelope that appears to be left behind. Well, nobody will miss this, and since we're reading the mail... Yes, let's open it. Soldier's orders. Can I check it? Oh, I know what I need to do with this. An official note on Army Regulation Stationery. The note reads, Private Thompson, by order of Lieutenant Hargraves, on behalf of His Royal Highness George V, you are to leave your post of duty and rally in the street outside Obli Cathedral. Further orders will be presented at the rallying point. God save the King. Alright. So we know who to present that to, hopefully. But what happens if I play... Aww. The guard frowns and ushers Peter away from the organ. He explains that it is one of the few antiques in the region that has so far survived the war, and that while he's alive, it will remain intact. What if I give you this? Maybe I give this to you. The guard inspects the orders and hands them back to Peter, saying that these orders are intended for someone else. Boo! I want to play the organ. I want to have a good time. Okay, interesting. Also, you might notice another running theme. An odd collection of colored lines decorates the wall. Below the design, steps appear to lead up into the wall, going nowhere. And the running theme is not the fact that it's yet another invisible spell. Alright, recover your strength. Do I give these orders to you? Abruptly, the guard asks if Peter has clearance for the old tower, as it is a restricted area. I give you these! Nope. Okay, so we knew who they were for all along. I just kind of hoped that they were for somebody else. And wait to go out of breath, running from one end of a large room to the other. There we go. Okay, I've got new orders for you. You've been waiting for them all this time. I tried to give them to other people and they didn't want them. The guard unfolds the orders and begins to read before exclaiming, "Bloody hell, lad! We must be on the offensive!" Following the orders, he takes leave of his post. Interesting accent. That doesn't read like a Cockney accent, but maybe it was a misspelling. This is full of bodies. Lovely. Stacked like logs, Peter stands before the price of human war. The bloodied corpses of young men who have made the ultimate sacrifice to defend their own countries and those of others. Also, there's a key. Or a gun. Guns are good too. Yes. No, pick up the revolver. Do it. You're a soldier now, Harry. I'm a what? You're a soldier. I'm a what? You're a soldier, Harry. And a darn fine one, I must say. Ah, well... shit's about to get real. We have a new statue. Roberto Bianchi. Looking very satisfied with himself. Yeah, take it. Nobody cares anymore. And now we have the knowledge of the ancients. Actually, with so much magic, if you'll pardon me for a moment, we can actually use a 5-point shield spell, and I would rather do that. Assign 5-point Chaturga to the top button. While we're at it, let's use a 5-point enchant item under Manta Rock. Oh, I haven't discovered it yet. Well, let's do that. New spell. 5 point. Manta Rock. Project. Self. Pargon. Oh, I did it wrong apparently. Manta Rock. Pargon. Absorb? No, that's not gonna work. That's protect. Derp. Self. There. There we go. Now we have a 5 point Manta Rock shield spell. Now we can assign it. I don't want damage. I want shield, which is spell 7, as it has always been. Why did I do this? I wanted a 5 point enchant spell. Oh my god. New spell. 5 point. Manta Rock. Item. Absorb, I think. Well, it's throwing the Pargons. Absorb. No, apparently not. Protect. Let's try project item. Pargon. Let's try that. There we go. That's the spell we actually want. Really helps if you don't have a memory that's like 5 minutes long. Okay. Perfect. We're all done in the menus. Spells can get very complicated, as you see. I'll equip and enchant the revolver because it's all I have right now. Could not hurt to go ahead and have a weapon at hand. Fantastic. We only have 6 bullets though, so we get a melee weapon really quick. Did I not equip it? Get off me. You're not even aiming at him. Well, we're out of bullets. That was the best use of our time. Man, he can leap. I really want a melee weapon right now. You know what? There are plenty of nurses and other corpses for you guys to inhabit. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, I said. I don't think I explored down here, which is probably something I wanted to do. Found some bullets. Rifle ammunition. Do I need to heal myself already, or am I just tired? I'm just tired. Deck kept meticulously clean. Peter is surprised that it is not more chaotic for a frontline hospital. After all, isn't this where the death certificates are written? Apparently not. Oh, what's in this room? This room wasn't here before. They're always expanding this place. Good, revolver ammunition. We'll need that. Actually, let's go ahead and reload. Like the Marie Celeste, the desk hasn't been touched in some time, as though its user suddenly turned away and never returned. A half-written letter bespeaks silent, unfinished activity. Alright, now let's reload. I really want a melee weapon. I don't think this is going to do us very well at all. So we might be running quite a lot until we find it. More rifle ammunition, excellent. Screaming in the walls, excellent. This is the bellows still. Oh, this might be one of the oldest oh, I guess we'll go ahead and read it. It's changed. The workings of the pipe organ have remained mostly the same since installation. Originally, the bellows were driven manually. Now they are steam-powered and the organ controlled electronically. This might be one of the oldest restored pipe organs in the world. It's back here. Is there wine? Let's go get drunk. Get crunk. Crunk. Oh, or we'll get trapped. Chaturga boys, huh? We could recover some sanity. Green, please. Green, blue, purple, red, green. No Chaturga boyos over here, which is a plus. But we will have to dodge some on the way out. Dodge. Dodge better. Why won't you dodge? Let's get out of here. That is what a ranged weapon is for. Which is why I need a melee weapon. A soldier's body lies on the floor. Far from the front line, this poor man met his end. His fate is far removed from his brothers in arms, a victim of the cathedral, rather than a bullet or bayonet. Where is my bayonet, by the way? Casks full of maturing wine line the cellar amidst the race of the cold air. When the war is over, if it ever is, the wine will be of a good vintage. We still have an empty cask. Did they close that up? Apparently, they closed that up. We can't open the secret passage anymore. Well, that's encouraging. Oh, there's a door over here. Old, rusty, but faithful for many years, a coal-burning boiler provides heat and steam to the cathedral complex. There's currently no pressure being diverted to the generator. Let's turn the wheel. Okay, is that all we can do in this room? Now we are piping steam to the cathedral generator, wherever that is. Do we have a... Oh, we can use the flash powder, maybe. That might help. I think it's mostly used for stunning enemies, though. Yeah. Not a flashlight. Is the generator perhaps in here? More rifle ammunition. Don't really want to reload. We'll just... Ooh, got a lot of rifle ammunition now. That's good. Because I've yet to see, like, a bayonet or anything that I can actually use. Perched on the wall beside the generator is an open-faced fuse box. A fuse appears to be missing. There's no sign of where it could be. Well, we do have something that we can use as a fuse. Don't do this at home. In a rush of inventiveness, Peter jams the lucky penny in place of the fuse. Amazingly, it works! The fuse has been replaced. Now, can we turn on the generator? The generator has a steady supply of steam, and all the circuits appear to be intact. There is a lever to switch the generator on and off. Let's pull the lever. Turn the lights back on. Much better. Although we'll never get our penny back. Rip Penny. You were the finest of us. Now, we finally can see again, so that's going for us. Unfortunately, what we see is the chapel is full of bone thieves. We're gonna have to deal with that next time. A bunch of murdering's gonna go about. Hope to see you guys then. Thanks for coming out and joining me here today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.